Hello and welcome back to another edition of the Medeek Floor Plugin. My name is Nathaniel P. Wilkerson, and today I wanted to discuss deck boards a little further and one small addition that I've made to them. So let's go ahead and get started here and just get ourselves a deck drawn. So I'm going to go ahead and just stretch out a grid and click the floor tool here. And I think we've already set most of the settings that I want. So yes, we have deck boards turned on. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw this out. All right. Okay, so now you'll notice that I have some lines actually already drawn here. And if we edit this floor, you'll see why. Let's edit our floor. Okay, so here's the edit menu. And if you scroll down right here, you have now a new parameter or entry here that you can put in. And so what you have here is the ability to enter in basically cuts on these deck boards. So just to note, the deck boards are actually not being physically cut. So each deck board is still a single solid when you put a cut on it. But these are, well, they're really just cosmetic lines, I guess. They're lines that are put on the solid to show where the cuts are going to happen. But again, it's still a single solid. Now, I may change that in the future as time goes on, just depending on feedback that we get from everybody. But for now, I figured, you know what, let's just have at least a quick and easy way to cosmetically cut these so we can show where those joints are happening. So let's go ahead and update this real quick, clear out all those. And then basically here's how it works. So, you know, with the floor deck members here, we basically have, it goes this way, right? I guess you can't see my cursor. So basically it proceeds from the origin in the positive direction. So if I were to click on this board here, you'll see that it's listed as board 1, board 2, board 3, etc., right? So you can specify exactly which board you want the cut to appear on. And then you can also specify the distance from basically from the origin, which is actually from the kind of the 0 point. So let's see, let's throw in, let's try 1, and then you put a colon in, and then go ahead and put your dimension that you want to go from the origin, and hit update. And you'll see we've got a cut now at 48. Now let's say we want one at, let's see, what is that? 12 feet. So we would put a comma and then 1, 144. And see, we can put in multiple cuts on a single board. We just specify the same board and then put in another dimension. And then, you know, and there is no order to these. So, I mean, as far as you could put the 144 before the 48. So you don't have to put them in any specific order, and you also don't have to list the deck boards. I don't think in any specific order, but we'll just keep it kind of simple here. I'm going to go ahead and put a cut at 2,96, and so basically that's it, right? You can input in basically this string of numbers and values, and you can basically assign you know, the different cuts wherever you want them to appear. Now, this is a little tedious. I agree on that. You know, because you got to key all this in. It would be easier, of course, just to have a tool that, you know, you mouse over each board and you drop in where you want that cut. So, you know, that might be something on the radar. I'll still have to give that a little bit of thought, but and then also perhaps a tool that would allow one to mouse over and delete or potentially move any one of these cuts that are shown on the boards. So again, there's a lot of, you know, potential development here and evolution for this feature. But for now, I at least wanted just to get this out there because there have been people asking about, you know, showing these cuts on their deck boards and where kind of things are, you know, being spliced together. But at least this will give you that ability, even though in my mind it's still a little bit clunky. But yeah, further development on that. And so, you know, if you enter all that in, and let's say you go ahead and reverse your boards, notice now the cuts are on these boards. Now this is joist 1, or not joist, sorry, deck board 1, 2, 3 going this, you know, away from the origin. So yeah, either way you can get your cuts on the boards. Anyways, I think that's about all I have on this for now. Like I said, this is kind of, I wouldn't call it experimental, but it's still a bit of a work in progress, kind of in the development stage, kind of waiting now on, future and further feedback on this particular feature, and we'll see where we take it from here. At some point, I may, have it where it cuts the actual boards themselves, turns them into separate solids. I don't know that that's going to do much really when it comes to the estimating, but it may. So, that's something also to consider. But, anyways, yeah, I appreciate you guys' feedback. And this particular feature is the only reason why I'm implementing it is because, somebody had actually requested it. So, yeah, keep that feedback coming. I really appreciate it. And it is very helpful because literally, like the last 10 updates have been customer driven. So, again, you guys are a very valuable and integral part of this process. So thank you very much, and we will talk to you guys later.